Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create a timer challenge, and we want to create a button that whenever we click it, it will automatically count the time for every second. Then we're going to create a stop button that stops the timer. Then we are going to reset the we're going to create a reset button that resets the value of the timer when it's clicked. Now we are here just trying to make sure that our page is active. Then we are importing our React library here. We are also adding the useState and useEffect hooks that are going to manage the state variables and the side effects and the functionality of our component. Here we put the function timer. It's a here we are just defining the functional component that we have and what we are building and exporting it to our application, making sure that it will render. Here we are adding the h1 of h1 or heading, and now we can see the time in our page. Now we are trying to create the seconds and the value in our page. So we want to declare it, and we want set seconds to be our updater function. We are going to initialize the value to 0, and then we're going to make sure that every time a second passes, we want to increase it, or we want to stop it, or we want to reset it. Here we're just creating the buttons. We want to have a start button, a stop button, start button, and stop button, and reset button. Okay, so now that we have that created, we are going to go to the next steps and complete the functionality of our timer. Here we are doing the or we are declaring the state variable is running, and the updater function, we are making sure that it starts in the value of false, because we don't want the page to start counting or start the timer right away when the page is loaded. We want to have control over the timer. Here we are creating the useEffect hook, or using the useEffect hook. This will manage the side effect or the interval in the seconds. Now we are going to create and declare the time change, where we store the interval of our timer. So when it goes from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, we are creating that conditional statement right now. So if it's running, we want the value of the time change to set the interval to return the value of the seconds. So it's going to be time change that will return time change plus 1. So value is going to be time change, value in seconds, plus 1 for every second. That 1000 right there is for every one second. Then we are going to create a return clear interval. This will define the cleanup function when the component unmounts, or when the is running value changes, whether it's from stopping it, clearing it, resetting it. So that will handle the unmounting. Okay, then now here we are just creating the start time function. This will update the is running function, or the is running declaration to true, and then it will start the timer. Then we are gonna create the stop timer function, where when it it will be declared false and it will stop the timer. Then next thing is the reset time, where it resets the value of the seconds. So we are using set seconds right here, and it's going to be input to 0 because that's what we want the value to return to. Then we are just going to try to link both our buttons and our functions together. So here we are using the onClick method, that when it is clicked, when the button is clicked, our computer knows that those function, or one of those function, is gonna be used for each button. So here we have the start time function happening. We are going to click the stop button and it will stop the timer. Then we're going to click the reset and it will reset the value of our time. And thank you for